Hi everyone, it's Nathara, and today I'm going to be going over the new Lightchase Portal Marvel. I am not excited about this Lightchase as a whole. The 5-star and the 4-star suit are gorgeous, however the 6-star is not my style at all. I am just not a fan of this dress. So that's a problem. This actually looks like a necklace we already have. I do really like this ring though. That's really cute. We have so many fluttering butterfly things, not so many, but the fact that I think we've got like 2 of them, I'm just not interested in that piece either. This hairpiece is cute though. These gloves look like gloves that we already have as well. This giant bonnet could be cute. I'm happy to have it because the other bonnet that we have like this, the one with the stars in it, you can't dye that galaxy bit, and that's always been annoying. This little doll thing is cute, but I don't know how often I'd use it. I think it comes with different variations, which is really cool. I think it has different facial expressions. This carriage is cool. I think it's going to be like a giant furniture piece. I didn't like look up spoilers, and even on my MYSG account I haven't like looked at pictures and everything, and I didn't pull it with my free pulls, so I couldn't really even examine it. They're still going out with these big butt bows. I hope they stop with this and start giving us different accessories like this. I mean, I like them, but like we have this one and we also have the one that came with the Chrono Sanctum dress. Like I don't need this many giant butt bows. The socks, those are cute, okay? All right, I see those. It almost looks like a double layer sock. Like they look like they go up to the high thigh, but then you can see that lace bit at your mid thigh. So those look super cute. These shoes, it almost looks like a tablecloth at the shoe base. Do you see that? That looks cute. Okay, we'll have to see. Those definitely do look like a decorated version of the Lolita suit that we already have. So we'll see. We'll see. Parts of this suit are gonna be great. However, it's just a shame I don't like the hair and I don't like the dress. Everything else is fine. I can deal with it, but I'm a little upset with those with the main pieces, you know. I'm definitely more excited for the 5-star suit, but this hair looks boring. Maybe because I can't see the long tails. This dress is cute. I love like the little ribbons that come down and just the way it's formatted and everything. It's adorable. And of course these sleeves are really cool. However, they do remind me of that one Chinese dress that we already have. I think it's like the koi dress or something, like it came with a 5-star suit. I'm so terrified that the sleeves are going to have the same exact mechanics as the sleeves on that dress, which means posing with them in photo mode is going to be absolutely awful. So I don't have too high of hopes for being able to use these in photo mode, but they are really pretty. This is stunning. These are so gorgeous and I cannot wait to get them. This hairpiece also so pretty. I'm gonna scale that up. You might even be able to scale these up if you don't pull the wings. These ones, you probably could scale these up and turn them into wings regardless. Unless they did one of those things where it's like, oh, you can't scale this item up, haha. So we'll see. This necklace, I like that. That's cute, that's unique. Same thing with these earrings. I do like them. They do already look like they're only gonna have 2 dye slots though, which honestly it's fine as long as it is the metal and the beadwork. I actually think that's a tassel actually. These socks, they remind me of the 6-star Chinese, like the shoe embroidery socks. Again, you're not really gonna see these socks too much if you're dressing in Chinese style because we don't have, most of the Chinese dresses are really long. These shoes look okay. The front of them looks kind of like underdeveloped, but I do like the butterflies on the back. For our 4-star suit, Queen's Gambit, this dress is so-so. I'm mostly excited about this suit for the coat, the earrings. They're there. We get another beret, and here's our piece, or at least here's the piece that I care about, the coats. That looks so good, so fluffy. I hope it dyes really well. These socks are cute. And we get some more booties. Actually, I think we have ones that look like this already too. I really wish it would come out with more unique items. Oh, some earrings, some 2-sided ones. I like that. A little bracelet. I don't care about that piece. This is so cute. Oh my god. Okay, that's adorable. Very excited about that. And for our loose 5-star pieces, we get this little dress. Actually, that's kind of cute. Usually I don't like the 5-star dresses down here too much because I feel like they're just kind of plain, or they already look like welfare suits that we have, but this dress is really cute. Pastel, that looks like a little picnic dress. That's cute too. Okay. That bracelet's just there. Those earrings are there. That is there. I wonder if this is going to be a sock or a tattoo. If it's a sock, that would be cool so we could dye it, but honestly, it's probably going to be a tattoo. And some little gloves. Okay, I mean, I think we already have some like that too. Or am I crazy? I don't know. I'll have to look. I know I feel like I've been saying that a lot. Maybe it's because I have so much stuff that I feel like we have all this stuff. Or it's just so similar to things that we already have. This necklace actually does look like a necklace you can get from cooking. I just got it, I think a few weeks ago, maybe something like that. Now for our makeup, I am really excited to see how vibrantly green these contacts are. Oh, Beyond Stars? It's really hard to tell, but they look cute from a glance. This facial tattoo is a good match for the 5-star suit. I probably won't be able to stretch it out or move it around. Hopefully we can at least move it around. Oh, little jellyfish facial paint. That's cute. Okay. And this lipstick. What? Okay, so it's just like a flower on your lips. That's fine. I can already see that super built-in shadow on the lips, so I'm not excited about that one. And nothing new down here. For our ally, they finally graced us with an Ashley card, and she looks gorgeous. I love how they did her eyes. She's definitely not a human in this one. I'm super, super excited to learn more about that one. And for our decom, we have this dress, and she is pretty, but I'm not gonna get her. She looks too much like the one seashell dress. I think, is it in, not this one. Yeah, oh my god, okay, so it looks too similar to this one. So I have no interest in this. Like, they're both even like, this is Tidal Glow and this is Island Glow. Like, they're literally just sister dresses. So I have no desire for this one. If you're struggling to pick between the two, I'd probably get this one just because I think this one's prettier, because I love the chest detail work right here. Whereas this one, it comes with this giant like thing that's supposed to look like a shell, and then just some like sparkles all over it. I mean, they're both very pretty. Who am I kidding? Get whichever one you really like. I do like how the bottom of this skirt dies, but again, I don't like this dress enough to want to get it over other things in this light chase, because I already know I'm not going to go 200% on this light chase, so I'm not going to be able to get this dress, which is fine. I am, however, really wanting this scarf. I've been wanting a scarf since we started this game, and I'm so excited, and this is in the necklace category. I already looked that up. This thing is up in the air whether I will get it. I don't think I will. I don't understand really what I think it's a megaphone. I mean, it's cool, but again, I don't know how often I would be able to use this. And of course, our scene, super excited about this. Boundless Nebula, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Definitely gonna get this because, yeah, that's amazing. For our furniture piece, we get the Ghostly Wedding Sedan. Now this is super Chinese related. You're not going to be able to scale it. It is interactive. I did see an interaction for it. I didn't mean to, but I just saw it. And you do just sit in it, and it like picks up off the ground and does a little interaction where you wobble, and then it goes back down. If you like the Chinese stuff, this is going to be great for that, especially you can just put it inside of your house. It's just a great decor piece. I, however, don't do Chinese style builds, or at least I haven't done one yet, so I just don't need that. And you also have the chance to get this little avatar frame, which is pretty cute. This avatar, this chat bubble, is actually adorable, and this dynamic photo frame, which is a perfect match for the light chase itself, this cute effect, and then this effect overflowing charm. But that is pretty much it for the decom and the light chase. So again, I am not gonna be going super hard on this light chase. I'm gonna get everything and then a couple of dupes so that I can unlock the few accessories that I do actually like. So probably, honestly, maybe the ring, the carriage. I don't know. We'll have to see because I'll have to play around with the suit itself and figure out what pieces I really like and everything. But let's go ahead and start pulling. So this is our first Tim pull. And we got our 4-star booties. There is our loose sock, our 5-star hair. Not bad. I wonder if because I was talking such smack, the suit's going to be super slow to come. We'll have to see. Pull 20. Oh, there's our coat. Yay. I'm excited about that. There's our necklace. There's our loose 6-star earrings. There's our 6-star gloves. And our 4-star socks. Not bad. Not bad. Pull 30. There is our loose 5-star earrings, our 4-star dress. There's our 5-star dress. That's nice. 4-star earrings. Pull 40. There's our hair accessory, our shoes. Oh, we got our 6-star hair. Oh. There's our 4-star hat, so that is our 4-star complete and 40 pulls, very on average. I wonder if I can dye that mesh part to be skin color, because that's like not good looking the way it is right now. And there's our loose 5-star like upper arm bracelet. Oh my god. And pull 50. There's our 5-star earrings, our 5-star socks. Okay, I mean, it could have been a little better, but 2 new pieces is still nice. Pull 60. Oh, there's our wings. Gorgeous. Okay, and our necklace. And there's our carriage. I actually don't know how big that is. Oh, there's our lipstick. So we started getting our lipstick on. I already forgot what pull that was. Was it 60? And there's our sleeves. So that is our 5-star suit complete in, like I said, I already forgot the pulls. I think it was 60. I'll have to check in 2 seconds. But she's gorgeous. I like the embroidery on it. And oh my gosh, look at those sleeves. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, let me check really quick. Yeah, that was 60 pulls. So that was 9 pieces and 60 pulls. That's pretty nice. So here is pull 70. Nothing. That's rude. Pull 80. Loose 5-star. Loose 6-star. Our 6-star socks. Okay. Ooh, this is rough. I shouldn't have talked all that smack. Pull 90. There's our contacts. Ouch. Okay. Pull 100. There's our SSR. Oh, they could have made this a big pick. Why are they... Oh, I see some scales. Oh, is she a snake person? They like to do those. I think Larry... No, not Larry. Roy has a snake card. Oh, yay. I'm so excited to have that piece. And there's our bonnet. Pull 110. There's our facial paint, the jellyfish one, and that's all we got. Pull 120. There's our loose 5-star dress. There's our 6-star necklace. These are coming really slow. So I'm at 120 pulls and I only have 6 pieces, which is rough. That's basically 1 piece every 20 pulls. So I am pushing it with the pity limit, which is sad. Pull 130. And there is our gloves again. This is awful. Pull 140. There's those little butterflies. And our other loose 5-star dress. 150. There's our doll piece. And our contacts. Pull 160. Absolutely nothing. Pull 170. There's our other facial paint. So we only have one makeup piece left. There's our dress. That took forever to get to. Pull 180. And there's our last makeup piece. So it took 180 pulls to complete the makeup. Pull 190. There's our hair accessory. And there's our butt bow. Finally, we got 2 pieces in one go. That was nice. Pull 200. Nothing. Pull 210. Oh, there's a ring. Of course, like one of the pieces I wanted was like one of the last ones. And there's our shoes. So it took 210 pulls to complete this light chase. That is, I think, a little bit more than my average on what I usually am able to do with a 6-star light chase. Again, I'm gonna blame that on the universe being upset with me that I was talking such crap on this dress, but oh my god, I really just, it's not my style, unfortunately, so I don't know how much I'll be able to use it. So with the decom coins that I was able to accrue with that 210 pulls, I was able to get 677. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and get this scene. And hopefully with the dupes that I pull, I will be able to get this scarf and then the vein, probably 2 veins I need to unlock it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Quick intermittence, you do only need 1 vein for the scarf. Alright, so first up, I'm going to be going over the ally card. It is Ashley. Again, we really don't get too many of her. And I was able to, I did like another 20 pulls on the light chase, so now I'm at like 230, I think. And I was able to pull the card. Now the evolve item, just a simple pair of shoes, nothing that I would go crazy about personally, but I'm going to go ahead and evolve her anyways. I think I can see the toe cracks. That always bothers me in real life. Like, I don't want to see my toe cracks in shoes. But the evolve version of this card is stunning. It's so gorgeous. I mean, this one's really pretty, but I love the aesthetic of this one. And the big pick, I think, what are these called? I can never remember if they're lychees or litchis. I think it's lychee, but I'm probably super wrong. But the card itself is gorgeous. I don't know who this other girl is. I'd have to read the story to find out, but it's really pretty. The shoes themselves have a denim pattern that I didn't notice when I was first looking at the shoe. It does have 4 dye slots. You do have black in the original, so that's nice. Your first dye slot is going to be that denim part. Your second is going to be the leather and also the buckle, which is disappointing. The third is your bottom, and your fourth is the heel. They should have just made the bottom and the heel the same and then given us a dye slot for the buckles. I would have preferred that. Alright, so first up is our Dream Adventure set. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on and see what the like intro idol is, how long it takes and everything. Oh, there's like some bippity boppity boo stuff. The carriage is huge actually. I think the carriage has multiple variations. Oh, that's cute. I like how she just comes in from the side. But oh my gosh, is this this dress is huge. That's a lot of spinning. That's excessive spinning. The doll is cute. More spinning. That's such a long idol. Oh my goodness. Is that the pose? Is that it? Does she sit in the carriage? I can't tell. I think she's supposed to be sitting on the edge of the carriage. Let me check the postures. What? I wish the dress wasn't in here so I could see what it looks like. So you get that one or this one. I'm not going to unlock this because I'm not going to be 200%ing this one. And none of these postures really stand out to me as something that I would want to have. But I'm going to go ahead and dye her all black and then all white so we can check for dye slots and everything. Man, this outfit is just so big. There's so much lace going on with it too. Oh, goodness. Alright, so here she is all black. I don't see anything that didn't get color put on it. I can't see the socks fully. And as we go piece by piece, we'll have to see about that as well. And here she is in all white. I definitely don't see any overlays also, so that's nice. All right, let's go ahead and do this piece by piece because this thing is utterly huge. And here's the hair. I really cannot stand this hair. It looks so goofy to me. Like, look at that angle because it's supposed to go out because it needs to fit the dress and they don't want to put physics on it to make it like fall. It's just ridiculous and it moves like an entity, like a singular entity. I can't, no, I don't like it. The front right here could be cute. It definitely does look like this one time I put curlers in my hair and I hadn't brushed them out, but I just took the curlers out. And so it was just like these really tight ringlets and I just looked like Shirley Temple. But, you know, that's a different story. So we do have 3 dye slots with it though. So here's your first. It looks like it's going to be a lot of the ringlets and like just chunks and everything. I think this one may not have an ombre. It's going to have streaks instead. And here's the dye slot 2. Oh, some of them are ombres and some of them are streaks. It's like a mix between the two. Interesting. And then I guess this last one is going to be this piece. Oh my gosh, this hair is so goofy. Okay. All right, moving on. So here's the dress. It does have 2 different variations, I believe. Again, this thing is so big. There's so much lace. There's so much tulle. There's like satin everywhere, roses and everything. It is just overabundant with materials. And I think the second version, from the preview pic, it just looks like a calmed down version of that, but it's still like super decorated. I'm gonna try not to be super Debbie Downer. Most of you know by now that I am not a big fan of like Lolita type stuff. So I'm gonna hope that with dyes, I'll be able to use this a little more often. Of course, I'm only gonna be able to use like first 8 palettes, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on to the original one because I'm sure like the dyes will be the same. You'll just have dye slots that you can't do on the second. So she does have 23 dye slots, which is absolutely insane. Your first, your second is the sheer collar, your third, your fourth, your fifth. There's a lot of like the orange on the red here. Your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your ninth, your 10th, your 11th, your 12th, your 13th, your 14th, your 15th, your 16th. It does not dye true. I think it's like one of the crystal-y things. Maybe these pearls dye true. No, they have that like clear lacquer over them. And then of course these like crystal vine things are dyeing like mystically. I don't know how else to put that. It's just not red. Slot 17. Slot 18 is a lot of those lacquer colored pearls. Slot 19. Slot 20. Slot 21. Slot 22. So that's an ombre with number 12. That's super far apart. And slot 23. With Starlight, you might be able to. Let me put on a 3-star ring in case you didn't know. You can like cheat that in there. Where is one? Right here. X palette, and then go back to dress. Yoink. Bottom and Starlight. So they do just go black. You won't be able to like make them disappear. So I really don't know how to feel about this dress. It's just, that's actually a really pretty dye scheme. I actually kind of like that. I think it's like the green. I mean, it's so big. And it's not, I can't use it in like fantasy things. I think it would be cute maybe on one of the girl dolls. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know about this one, you guys. I'm sorry. What are your opinions on it? Do you like it? Is this something you looked forward to? I really want to know because I don't know too many people who style the Lolita stuff like this. So I'd like to hear your thoughts on it and everything. As for our socks, these are actually super stinking cute. I am so pleased with these. I like these way more than I like the dress. And they are fully dyeable and parts of it are sheer, which is super great. So our first dye slots, let me back out so you can sort of see. Our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, and our sixth. I love that you can have the bows be 2 different colors. That's adorable. A really cute piece. I'm gonna have to get veins for this one because I'm gonna want to unlock these. And here's our shoes up close. These things are so extra. Like there's lace, there's tools, there's just so much, like so much. I like the little crystals on the toes, but they're probably gonna dye really weird. And I just now looked at the dye slots. There's 15, that's insane. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what it's about. So here's our first dye slot. Our second, so there is an ombre there. Cute. Our third, our fourth, our fifth, our sixth, our seventh, and actually I think these did dye true. Not like the ones on the dress that had like that, like, you know, effect to them. These ones are actually just red. So that's also weird because if you wanted to dye the shoe flowers to match the dress flowers, you can't because the dress crystals have that effect. Slot 8, slot 9, slot 10, slot 11. So here are those 2 together. I think one is actually an under and the other is the lace over it. I kind of thought it was an ombre, but it's not. Slot 12 is a lot, actually. I don't like that. It's the pearls, metalwork, and that lace on top of your foot. Slot 13. Slot 14 is an effect on those flowers as well as these crystal teardrops in the back. So again, the other piece of those flowers was slot 7. So you have 7 and 14 together, and it's also combined on these crystals in the back. I mean, it looks really pretty, but again, they're not going to dye the same as the dress flowers. And of course, your light particles will be the little sparkles. A super cute shoe, definitely over decorated though, but I kind of really like it. And for our hat, our little bonnet, this thing is huge. It does chop off ponytails, which makes sense. All right, we can scale it up and down so you can make it a bit smaller. It will go through your head though, obviously, but you can bring it up. If you don't like that little chin strap that comes through the bottom, you don't need it, but you will have the bow sticking out of your head. I don't know, you can move it around to your discretion, you know? At least it's there and at least it's cute. So she does have 14 dye slots as well, quite a lot. Here's your first dye slot. Your second, again, there's that weird orange highlight that comes with the red sometimes on that very back lace. Your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your ninth, your 10th, I love that, your 11th, your 12th, your 13th, and your 14th are your particles. I like the hat. I do like the hat, and I will be able to use it a lot more than I will be able to use the dress for sure, so I'm definitely going to want to get veins for this one too. Plus, like I said, the only other bonnet we have that's frilled up like this is this one, and you can't dye that like space theme on the inside. Like the dye options for this are just not that good. I mean, it looks really pretty like this, but again, I would just like to be able to dye that space pattern underneath. So it is nice that we have this new bonnet, but also it's a 6-star bonnet and it took a while to get and it's going to cost a lot to unlock. So you need to use your own discretion if you really want this bonnet. Next up, we have our hair accessory, and this one is adorable. I love the crystals and the roses together, along with the strings of beads. I think that is super cute. She is fully dyeable, but on the crystals, because it has that one, you know, weird effect, it does kind of look like an oil slick effect. So your first dye slot, your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, and with that ombre, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, and with that, I don't know if I want to call it an ombre, but an ombre-ish, and your light particles. And it's not locked into the Lolita theme because it's got the crystals and the flowers. I think I can fit this into a lot of fantasy fits as well. So you get one little chunk right there. I'm guessing it's going to be the other little chunk. The top piece, the top flowers. So fun! Okay, so you can have just the beads. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on, hold on. No! Oh wait, I hit it. Oh my gosh, I almost freaked on myself. Okay, so you can make these big. Oh, that's so cute. Let's rotate them. Are they gonna like be weird when you flip them upside down? Oh, you can make like an alien kind of fit with this, you know? Maybe. No, this is a great piece, yes. And I don't think there's anything locked to it. Yeah, so everything you get with all of the hairs. There's nothing locked to this hairstyle specifically. And here is our necklace. She's cute, but like I said, she does remind me of another one that we have. Let me see if I can find it really quick. So here it is. It's the Exiled Star necklace, the one that's in the Wonder Box right now. They're not too similar, but they're similar enough for me that I don't know how often I'll be using one over the other. I do like how this one comes down on the shoulders, and this one's going to be really expensive to unlock, and I already have the other one fully unlocked. So again, I just don't know how often I'll use this one when there is a 5-star version that fits my needs for this as well. So with this one, there is 4 die slots, your metalwork, your beadwork, your crystals. Oh my gosh. And then the other half of your metalwork. So they didn't commit any material sins with this one, so that's really nice. And here are our gloves. They have 3 die slots. I do like that it's sheer on the top. I really like that touch. And then you can see like the 3D mesh. That's cute. So your first is going to be the part that comes up. And I also like that this is patterned. That's a really nice looking texture as well. Then you have part of the lace and embroidery. And then the center part. I like that the option is there, but I feel like they just did it to give it an extra dye slot, because I will always have both of my embroideries dyed the same color. So maybe I'm just like boring like that. I don't know. And the gloves that they reminded me of, because they have this like hatching over the lace, it reminded me of these gloves. And I think that's what I was like pulling from my memory, because it's got the same like X patterns. And for a ring, it is only on one hand, but she looks absolutely gorgeous. I love this ring so much. Like, look at the crystals that curl around the finger. That's so cool. Okay, so we get 3 die slots, your first, your second, and your third. A very cute piece. As you can tell, I already extended it because I liked it so much. Yeah, that's cute. Usually I don't care for rings all that much, but this one is adorable. Now here is our handheld dream doll hem. She does come in different variations, and I think it's just her expression that changes. So she kind of gets like grumpy in this one. Her eyes are closed. Actually, oh, and she's sleeping in this one. I even gave her like one of those little snot bubbles. That's so funny. Okay, that's cute. The hair looks so good on the little doll though. It's just, this outfit, for me personally, again, this is all like just my own opinion. I'm not saying that other people can't like this sort of thing, but I don't think that the hair translates well to like a full-sized model. It looks so good on this little doll right here because it's like a little chibi doll, but like at least my doll, she's not chibi shaped. So the hair just, it looks awkward on her. It does look like we've got different dye slots depending on which variation of the doll you are in, which makes sense. On slot number, or in the variation 3, you're probably going to want to be able to dye that snot bubble. And then in number 1, her eyes are open and you're going to want to be able to dye her eyes. So I'm guessing that's what the differences are. But I'm going to go ahead and switch her back to the first one. She does have 15 dye slots. Your first, I adore that they dyed her eyelashes and her hair in the same dye slot. I love that. However, I don't like that they did some of the embroidery and then the pupil at the same time. That to me should have been on a different dye slot. Slot 2, slot 3, slot 4, slot 5, slot 6, that is a huge blush section, slot 7, slot 8, slot 9, slot 10, slot 11, slot 12, slot 13, 14, there's no die for this one, and 15 is your effects. And like I thought 14 is the snot bubble. It's really hard to tell that it's coloring if you dye it a dark color, but if you just like, I'm pretty sure you can kind of see that. It might be a little too hard to see though. Overall, this is a cute piece. I just don't know how often I'll be able to use it. And her hand postures, pretty standard looking, nothing too crazy. I kind of would have liked it had one of them had like her like cuddled in her arm and her arm was like bent, you know, like how you would normally hold a stuffy like this instead of just having your arm out and have it floating over that. And here is our butt bow. I do like that this one isn't one whole sheet, that it is 2 ribbons, but again, it sits so far away from your back. Hopefully with the tail edit that they talked about releasing, that's still not here yet. It's probably going to roll out slowly to all of the servers, so we will just have to wait patiently for that. But I mean, it's a big butt bow. If you don't use these, if you don't use the other ones like this one and this one, then of course this one right here, then you're probably not going to use this one either. Like this one and this one are so similar to me that because I already have this one fully unlocked, I will always pick it over this one. Like they're not different enough for me to want to unlock this one over the other one, if that makes sense. I mean, I'm going to whenever I do dye showcases, but if it were not for that, I wouldn't use this one. And we do have 13 dye slots, so here's your first, your second, your third, your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, your ninth. Is that a little sword right there? It looks like a little sword. Your 10th, your 11th, your 12th looks like an ombre, and your 13th is the light particles. So that ombre goes with slot 11 and 12. I mean, it's pretty for sure, but the other one does an ombre too. And for our floating things, the long lost dreams, again, I think these are they dragonflies? We actually literally already have dragonflies that flutter around like this. Where are they? Sunny Tour. These ones, yeah, these are from the Sacred Verdict set. And where are the other ones? These ones are a lot bigger, but they're butterflies that flutter around. We also have these clear moonlit song ones that flutter around. Like, they could have done something more interesting than have these flutter around. Like, this is supposed to be a magical set. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be based off Cinderella. I'm pretty sure it is. They could have done something way cuter, at least more in sync with that whole theme if you wanted to make a Lolita type Cinderella. These dragonflies just don't make sense to me. And there are 6 dye slots for them. So I'm gonna try, it's gonna be hard because they're moving constantly and they're small. I'm so sorry, this is gonna be a mess. Your second looks like the inner part of the body's like next to the wings. Your third, this is making my eyes hurt. Your fourth is, I can't tell. Your fifth is the little tails and like the heads. And your sixth is the light particles. I have no idea what that other slot was because these things are moving and they're so small. Not a fan of those. And for our motor, she's massive, she's huge. But she also, oh, she has 3 variations. Okay, so the first one is the metal cage with the cloth. The second looks like it is all of that without the cloth, so just like a bare bones thing. And then the third looks like they turned all the metal into crystal work. That's cute. If the crystal dyes really well, I'm actually gonna go ahead and check that. Jeez Louise, look at that, 19 dye slots. Okay. Wow, alright, so it looks like it dyed just fine with the red anyway, so I'm assuming all the other colors are gonna be fine as well. But I'm going to switch this back to the original because I just like this one a bit bit more. I like metalwork more than I like crystal work, like how they do. So here's our first die slot, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, our sixth, our seventh. It's kind of hard to see, but it's like the crystals hanging from inside of the carriage, but I can't like scoot up because wardrobe mode doesn't really have the most useful camera. 7, slot 8, slot 9 looks like divines, might even go on top of the carriage if it is like pumpkin-esque inspired. Slot 10, slot 11, and with that ombre right there. Slot 12, slot 13, slot 14, slot 15 is probably something on top of the carriage. Oh, nope, it's the pillow inside. Speaking of this pillow, I really wish they would give this as a 3D asset for home mode. We really don't have like pillows at all. like little decorative clutter ones that we can use to fill out the house, you know? Slot 16. Slot 17 looks to be the inner pieces of the flowers. Slot 18 are the little shooting sparks and the falling petals. Slot 19 is the light particles that come from the broken back lantern right here. That's a cute touch, actually. I really like that. Overall, I do like this piece. I did already unlock the palette for it. I'm really excited to be able to use this one. I do think, yes, it is a motor, so you can like move it around and everything. So if you don't want the whole thing, if you just want to see like this, you can make it look like a little arch for yourself. It doesn't have to look like a carriage, so I think that's really cute. It definitely gives the princess vibes. You can also just make it look like a bed or just a chair. You can just lower it down and everything, you know, especially if you have one of the postures where you're seated, you can lower this to where you are looking like you're seating inside of it, and you can move it forward if you want her tucked in there too. So that's super cute. Unfortunately though, I don't think I can't get it to go back far enough if you wanted her to have like be seated in this one with one of the seated postures. She just doesn't come up far enough, and the item doesn't go back far enough. I keep hitting a glow spot right there. I didn't even know that existed. So it's unfortunate, but you cannot like try and pose in that little spot right there, and there's not really anything in the back that I would want to pose with, but I'm gonna check it really quick. Yeah, if you flip it around, it gets even worse. You just can't even see your doll at all. Which, I mean, I guess if you want to go for that, you can. But that is everything for the Dream Adventure set. Again, this one's not my favorite. I do like a few pieces from it, but I do not like the suit as a whole. The dress, I know I'm never going to be able to use on my own, and definitely that hair, which is a shame because usually you really like the 6-star hairs, but this one is just a miss for me. I cannot wait to see how other people style it though, because I'm sure other people are going to be able to pull it off way better than I can pull it off. So, I mean, there's that. Up next, we have our 5-star, the Wistful Satin set. This one I do really like, and also look how floppy those sleeves are. I adore that. She is so cute. Oh my gosh, I love the detail they put into all of this stuff. It looks so good. I love this way more. Okay, let me go ahead and test her out. So here she is in all black. I do not see anything that did not get dyed, so that is excellent news. And here she is, all white. I almost thought the wings had, like, you can see it right here whenever it gets in the shadow, it looks gold and it looks like it's gonna have an overlay, but that's just the lighting. So don't fret over that. But from there, it doesn't look like anything has an overlay system either. She just looks so cute. All right, so first up we have our hair, and I'm gonna be honest again, I don't like this hair by itself. I think it makes my doll's head look funny. I don't know, it makes her look like she has an egg head. So I'm not too fond of it. I do like how long the pigtails are though, or the French braid tails, I don't know what to call those. But I think they're really cute, and there is 2 dye slots, which I think you can tell right off the bat that it's gonna be the top half and then your ombre on the bottom. I mean, I think it'll be better with a hat if I can like just, maybe I'll put it with the bonnet. I think that'll be cute. Again, here's our Wistful Satin dress in all black. So our first dye slot is going to be this top half. Our second, and with that ombre, it's like the lightning but still mixing color thing that's going on. It definitely looks like the top color, it's more dominant than the bottom color. Slot 3, slot 4, and with that ombre as well. This time it actually looks like the bottom one has more area. Slot 5, slot 6, slot 7, slot 8, slot 9, slot 10, slot 11, slot 12, slot 13, and slot 14. I really like all the layers to this dress. I'm super pleased with it. Gorgeous, and all of the embroidery work on it is so nicely done as well. And next up we have our socks. Lots of details on these and the embroidery. So these are cute, but again, you just probably won't see them all too much because most of the time if you're wearing Chinese stuff, all of the dresses are very long and you just can't see them. So for our first dye slot, our second, our third, and our fourth. A very pretty sock. And here's our shoes. Sorry, I'm super close. I'm actually just trying to look at the actual like shoe details. It's a very low heel. They're not bad. I really like the butterflies and these bells on the back of the heel. Those are super cute. Our first dye slot, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth is the base of the shoe, our sixth, our seventh, and our eighth. And here is our hair accessory, so you can move her around in all the good places. I actually really like the light particles that come out of this one. It's not like the typical leaves they put on it. Like these leaves are like curled up and they're like defined, and they even have glitter on them by themselves. So I really like that attention to detail with this piece. Our first dye slot, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, our sixth, our seventh, and our eighth. A lovely piece. I'm so happy to have this one. And good news, you can scale it up and drop it down so you can turn it into a little pair of wings as well. How cute is that? So the earrings have way more dye slots than I thought they were gonna have. They've got 5. So here's our first, our second, our third, our fourth, and our fifth. I really like the customability of these. And our necklace, I love this necklace. I think it is so cute, so pretty. I really wish I could get something like this in real life because this is just so stunning. Here's our first, our second, our third, and with that ombre together, ooh, that's pretty, okay? All right, now you see, look how gorgeous that is. Our fourth, our fifth, and our sixth. What a wonderful little piece. I forgot to do the sleeves, so we will go ahead and do those now. They kind of like sit off of the shoulder. I don't know. Put your arms back up, girl. What are you doing? But let's go ahead. Oh goodness, I was not expecting that many dye slots either. Oh, okay, so here's our first and our second, and with that ombre, oh my gosh, okay. Our third, our fourth, our fifth is hard to see, but it's on the bottom little tassel-y parts. It's the metal work down there. Our sixth are the beads on the bottom, and our seventh are the tassels on the bottom. So let's see if it will chop off sleeves. I don't Where are a sleeved dress? I need a sleeved dress. Come on. All of these are like strapless. Oh. Oh, that doesn't really have sleeves, does it? So it is not going to chop off the sleeves. It is an overlay system, so there is that, but they are still really pretty sleeves, and it doesn't look like there's too many things that you can't pair them with. I wouldn't pair these like with the Downy Walk anyway, you know, and I wouldn't have done it with this one. And for our wings, oh, these are so pretty. Okay, I know I'm fangirling so hard over this suit, but really it's just so pretty. And the detail work down into all the pieces is just perfect. Our first dye slot, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, our sixth, our seventh, our eighth, and our ninth. And again, it's those really nice, cute petals that have their own like glitter and sparkles and everything. Great. I love it. And I do believe that's everything. So overall, I really do like this suit. Again, I just don't like the hair all that much. I think the hair could have been designed just a bit differently, so it wasn't, maybe it's just my doll's head. It could just be my doll's head. I don't know, but I do like the rest of the suit. And here's our 4-star suit. She looks so cute. The heels are like really high though. Like those hurt my feet just looking at them, but I love the coat. Again, I don't know how I feel about that upper sheer part on the body. We'll have to see. So here she is, all black. If you want that coat to be starlight black, I think you'll be able to do it. Let me check really quick and see how dark we can get it. Actually, didn't look like the fluff got all that much darker. Just the body of the coat did. Kind of a shame. But still a good coat. I'm still excited to have it. And here she is in all white. I don't see any overlay dye areas. So again, that's excellent. So for our coat, we actually get 7 dye slots, which is pretty nice. Our first, definitely could use this for a Christmas fit. Our second, our third, our fourth. I love that all the floof has like its own dye slots. Our fifth, our sixth, and our 7th. I love it. That's a good one. As for our dress, we do have 6 dye slots. I like that texture. That's really nice. Our second is the sheer bits. So at least on my doll, you can make it skin toned, or at least close enough to skin tone. Our third, our fourth. Alright, so the 5th dye slot's really hard to see. I actually didn't even notice it, but it's like the lining on the dress at the bottom, but it looks like it's underneath, so it's like really hard to even tell it's dyeing. And then our 6th is the buckle. So you can see that way better, the lining on the bottom of the skirt, if the dress is dyed a darker color with a lighter lining, but the other way it's very hard to see. For our cute little ribbon socks, we do have 3 dye slots. Your first, your second, and your third. I love that there's 2 layers of ribbons, and one is sheer and the other is just a flat ribbon. That's so cute. For our shoes, we do have 5 dye slots. The first, that's fun. The second, the third, the fourth, and the 5th. Yay! It's all the metal. Nice. For our hat, we also have 3 dye slots. The first, the second, and the third. For our earrings, we have 2 dye slots. The first and the second. I'm pretty pleased with this 4-star suit. The dress, I think I might have to put a pair of sleeves on if I ever want to use it, or at least some gloves, just because I don't like how the sleeves end right there, but it does kind of remind me of the dresses from the 70s almost, just a little bit, you see what I'm saying? But it's cute. I like the suit as a whole, although the shoes do, again, they're a little extreme. I wish they, I feel like a thicker heel would have fit better with this suit, but I'm not the designer. And the ones they reminded me of were these ones right here, the flower corridor booties. I mean, we've got a lot of booties, but these ones just kind of felt really similar to me. I think because it's the leather and then the chain that wraps around. So, I mean, I don't know. I think I prefer our other booties more just because these ones, they like shrink the foot a lot. Do you see like the difference in that? Like it just, I don't know. It comes down to personal preference, I guess. I just like the other leather booties that we have more than I like this one, but these are 4-star, so that is nice. Now for our loose 6-star pieces, here is our earrings caged bird mime. They are 6-star pieces, but at least they've got a lot of die slots. So if you want to spin the veins to unlock them, you can. Our first die slot, our second, our third, our fourth, our fifth, and our sixth. A pretty good pair of earrings, actually. I kind of like them. I might actually unlock these. And here's our 6-star loose bracelet, Honey Path Rest. It's just like, it kind of looks like a little tiny corsage on your wrist. It does have 5 die slots. It's fully dyeable. The one is sheer right here. Our first die slot, our second, our third, our fourth, and our fifth. A couple of those pieces look like they're dying a little odd. This is one of those pieces where I won't unlock because I've got other little flower bracelets that I like better, because I like it when it's on 2 wrists, because it's taking up a whole outfit slot, and because we can't like double up on bracelets. I'm gonna tend to pick bracelets that have stuff on both arms over single-sided ones. And here's our, oh my gosh, it's not even like a full necklace. It literally is just supposed to be like a little bow tie thing. How freaking cute. We have 4 die slots. Our first, our second, our third, and our fourth. Now let's see. Oh my gosh, look. Okay, hold on. It looks like it's going to be able to be paired with like a lot of stuff. Where's the high collar? Usually necklaces don't want to be with high collar things. Okay, where are the like unisex shirts? So there's that one. It is kind of high. Maybe one day they'll let us like move necklaces around, like how we can move other accessories around. That would be cute. Where is another one? Oh my gosh, this is so nice. What a great piece. You can have a bow on top of a bow. Okay, so I don't see anything that you can't wear this with, at least shirt wise. Oh, Camilla's song. Cute. Okay. So nice. I'm so happy they gave us this, and like it can be worn with so many different things. Oh, excellent. Okay. I don't really see too many no things. Excellent. This is a good piece. Yep. And here's our loose 5-star earrings, Eden's Fall. It's 2 die slots, and you can tell right off the bat you're going to have the metalwork on one, and then you are going to have the gem on the second. Not bad. I kind of like them actually. And here's our Darkatide Duet bracelet. Again, it's 2 die slots. You can tell right off the bat. You're going to have the sparkles and then the metalwork on the second slot. And then we'll go right into our next one, Playful Notes, where you have 3 die slots with this one. Cute. So you've got the lower band, the upper band, and then your metalwork and even the little music note. That's cute. And here's our dress, Pastoral Time. I actually wish that the pattern for the picnic blanket up top matched the skirt. It kind of does look a little hodgepodge, mix match, and not in the best of ways, but let's see how it dyes. Maybe it'll be better. Oh, okay, so I mean, you can like black it out. It's still pretty cute. And the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, and the seventh. So you can just have that one printed pattern up at the top, not be so picnicky. You can just dye it a flat color if you like. I'm probably gonna have mine dyed a flat color because I just don't like how they chose to do the pattern. And here's our other 5-star dress, Crystal Budding. I think this one is pretty adorable. She is fully dyeable. with no overlays, our first dye slot, our second, our third. This almost looks like a superhero outfit, like, you know, maybe I'm the only one who would think that. Slot 4, which isn't my favorite because it has like metal work, crystal work, and cloth all dyed in the same go. Slot 5, that's hard to see, I picked a bad red. And slot 6. One thing I don't like is I want this part, I want like the glitter to be gold, but it also dyes this lower belt. So I don't like that. And it also does, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want that because of this dye slot, how it does the cloth in this section. I want there to be a balance between the two. I don't want them both to be the same color when it's like that double layer belt. So again, they really could have optimized the dye slots on this one better, because this is not how I would want to dye this bit right here. And I would not want to dye it red unless it were like, if it didn't have this middle cloth panel, then maybe I would dye it red. But again, the dye slots on this one should have been optimized in a different way, but it's still a really cute dress. And great news, this thing is in the sock category, so we can dye it, which is so fun. It is a bit sheer in those parts, so you'll be able to see your skin tone through it. So your first dye slot, your second, and your third. And we have these gloves. There is only 2 dye slots, and you can tell the first is going to be the glove part, and the second is going to be the little ribbon on them. Now, I know we just got some of these. Where are they? I mean, they're obviously different. They have a different wrist accessory, but they are still the same basic type of glove that flare at the wrist. And that's not the only pair. Last time we got these ones, I also talked that we already have these, but we only have sheer versions. So now we have sheer versions and, is it opaque? Yes, opaque versions. So I guess they just really want to give us these gloves. Plus we have the 6-star ones that are just super, super cute and full of lace and everything. Where are they? These ones. Oh my gosh, I love these so much. Also, here's the necklace that'll be on the next few banners as a loose item. It does have 3 dye slots, so that is there. You do have the metal work, like of the ornaments on the first, the crystals on the second, and your third is the chains. Now, as for our decom items, I've only gotten this one so far, clothing-wise, just because I haven't pulled enough. I haven't like played enough with the 6-star suit yet to figure out how much I really like it and how many pieces I actually want to unlock. But good news, you can make this a solid color. You can still sort of see like where the Vanna is listed and the stripes, but that's not a big deal. At least it isn't for me. Our first dye slot, our second, our third, and our fourth. I'm so happy they finally gave us a scarf. I was worried we were never going to be able to get one, and so we got a nice little bow tie and a scarf in one go in this one, so that's nice. And here is our scene, all zoomed out and everything. So it does go fully around, but the star sky is very obviously a pattern, and it does swirl up into a starry butthole up there. Some of you may not like that. I don't particularly care about that just because I'll never be posing from that angle where I need to do that. Right here in this section, you do have a clump of stars, so you can see them. They kind of like stick around you and everything. You can move out of it. I kind of got worried that you wouldn't be able to. So if you don't like those extra stars, you can skedoodle from that. So again, there is no sink in this scene, and you can go up, but you can only go up that high, so not very much. And I'm just gonna do the thing where I just hold her so you guys can see, because oh my gosh, and then she went off the screen. But like, there is no like, you know, specific area you'd want to try and be able to get to, because wow, she can go really far back. I mean, you can't get into the planet if you were curious about that, but I mean, there's really nothing around this scene. It's kind of just like something you use as a backdrop. You're just going to be like moving the camera around to different angles, but even if you were to move it around to a different angle, like all you would be getting is just the blank sky with the repeating patterns. So I don't even know if it's worth it for that, because even like all of the space dust trails, I mean, that's pretty cool down there. What is that? Oh, that's the scene I just had on. I hate that. I hate that you can still see that in this scene, you know? Like, why? Make it at least like put like a little barrier over it so we can't see that. Because now if you did want to go down there and like shoot pictures with this cool looking blue cloud thing, you are gonna have the old scene there. I guess maybe if you load into the photo mode with this as your background already, you won't see that. But as for posing in here, obviously, you're just gonna be right here. At least I'm gonna be right here because I see no reason to be anywhere else really, unless you just don't want the planets. You can just pull up a little bit and go over. That's a nice little zone right there. Also, I like the shooting star that comes through every few seconds. That's cute. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think they updated it. Look, you know, whenever you went to full body mode, it would like automatically do it. Maybe it's just bugged out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I've turned on something. But whenever you would go to half length, it would like zoom the camera in, but now it's not doing it. And you have to click it to go into selfie mode or whole body mode. Let me see, if I stay on selfie, it'll keep me on selfie for that one and this one. But if I click whole body and then go back, it stays on the whole body option. What a nice little quality of life update that I don't even know if they've mentioned. Another good thing to do, let's see if we move her like over just a little bit. If we click a new pose, will she reset to the center? No! Oh my gosh! This just made photo mode so much easier. It was so annoying, you know, if you got into a pose and you're like, this is great. And you're like, but hold on, I kind of want to change the pose in this area that I'm in, but I still want to be in this area. If you click that new pose, it would spring you right back to like the origin spot. So I'm so happy. I really hope this isn't a bug because I want it to stay like this because that was so annoying before. It was so bad that I used to bring in my pet cat so I could have a Wi-Fi mode so that the camera wouldn't always just auto back into the origin point. So here is the scene lighting. As you can see from the left, there is a very, very harsh white light. I know a lot of people don't like that. I'm one of those people who don't like it whenever we have that harsh of a light, but let's see if we can turn it down with halo. We can just a little bit, but you're still going to see it. Obviously, it's casting a lot on the clothes. And without our clothes, here's our lighting from the front. From the right, and those little stars are going to be getting all up in there. Also, there's this one giant twinkle that's like right above my head. That's funny. The lighting from the back, it is very, very dark. You can barely even see my doll. She actually kind of looks a little ominous. So you might be able to use that to your advantage as well. It can add some really cool effects. Like if you wanted to pump up the contrast a little bit, you can darken her out. And if we turn up vignette, maybe put on a filter, it kind of leaves like a little silhouette. And if you had a cool outfit on, that might actually be really cool. Let me see if I can shift her to the side so you can get like different highlights of the body. It could be very good for, like, say you put on like a goddess outfit or whatever and you just wanted her to look ghostly in the background, like she's a transparent figure in space, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm probably gonna explain this super weird, but if you had a really cool outfit on, like a really ethereal looking one, she could literally look so gorgeous. I think that would be really pretty. If anyone does that, I really want to see. And here's our lighting from the left. Again, you're going to really be able to see those little sparkles from those star particles that they have in here. I do wish, again, that we had the option to control the light system because I don't want to have that harsh light all the time. And here is our contacts beyond stars. These are the moving ones. The like petals in there just kind of drift around. I don't really, there's a bit of like glittering stars, but these are more centered around flowers than stars. So an odd name for sure, but they are really pretty. And I do really like how they stand out on the black sclera. Absolutely gorgeous. The blue just like really comes to life. And here is our Vine of Egg contacts. I think these are really pretty. I kind of wish that these would have been the animated ones instead of the other ones. Like, it would have been really cute to see like those butterfly wings flapping just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And here is our facial paint, Drowning Fall. It is a jellyfish paint, so let me see if we can move it around. So we can, that's really nice. You can also shade it. Let's see what it looks like when you scooch it. Not bad. Could definitely be used if you move over and hide that jellyfish part. It could be used as like a magic effect on the skin. That could be cool. Smeared paint too if you want like an artistry fit. And on the palest and darkest shade. And here is our facial paint Butterfly Tomb. This again is a really good match for the 5-star suit that we got. You can rotate it, scale it, and shade it, so that's good. If we were to move it around, you can, and scaling it. It does get a little pixely, but you might be able to use that to your advantage if you are super creative. I've seen a lot of people just be amazing with this, and I'm just always like so stunned by everyone else's like creativity with the facial paint and everything. And on the darkest and lightest shade. And here's our first lipstick, Endless Day. So I can still see that shadow. It's not as prominent on my doll, maybe because it's really close to her skin tone. But we do get 4 shades: Unfinished Day, Stilled Lapse, Morning Iteration. That's really hard to read. And Hazy Cycle. The colors are okay. I mean, this is a rather simple lipstick. Actually, is that highlight kind of like green toned? I think it is. That's interesting. Overlay or no overlay. First I slap up. And all the way down. Second down. And all the way up. Third up. And all the way down. Fourth down. And all the way up. And here's our second lipstick, Scar Bud. This one actually has like some greenish tint on the outer parts of the lower lip, as well as that like really cool design on the center of the lip. It almost looks like she's trapped a flower in her mouth, and I kind of really like that. And we get some fun shades, though this is the orange and it doesn't really look all that orange, so I'm guessing it's not going to dye really like these. These are kind of just like overlays maybe. So the first one is Summer Floral Burn, I'm guessing. Frozen Loneliness, Spring Nourishment, and Sunset Ash. I do like that. Overlay or no overlay is an option. So here's our first shade up. And all the way down. Our second shade down. And all the way up. Our third shade up. And all the way down. Our fourth shade down. And all the way up. I definitely like this lipstick more than I like the Endless Day one. But again, this one does also come with that harsh, like, built-in shadow. I don't know why they do that. I don't think it's necessary. But I do like this lipstick more. And if you spent anything this round go, you do get this little handheld popping richness. I love that the popcorn shoots out of it. Honestly, that's so cute. It does have 9 dye slots as well. And it is fully dyeable with, oh, actually, wait, hold on. All right, so there is an overlay. You can see like the inside of the popcorn bits. You see those little brown pieces. So there's that, but your first, your second, your third. Oh my gosh, you can make like the cotton candy caramel covered, caramel covered, but you know, like the popcorns that always have like the cool colors on them. Your fourth, your fifth, your sixth, your seventh, your eighth, and your ninth. Cute. Also, that's like the butteriest popcorn I've ever seen in my life. Alright, and that's everything I have for the Portal Marvel Light Chase. I hope you found this helpful and useful in deciding if you would like to continue pulling on it or not pull on it at all. Like I said, this one isn't my favorite. I do only like a few of the accessories, and I am mostly here for this decom background because I think it is gorgeous. If you don't want to spin all that, because literally it took me, what was it, 210 pulls just to get enough for the background, that's not worth it. I'm sure they'll eventually give us another space-inspired background that'll be way cheaper than this one. They also gave us that one that's free, but it does have like all the strings and lamps and everything. Let me know in your comments how you feel about this light chase, and if you think they fumbled it. I think they could have done a way better implementation of the theme than what they did, but I mean, that's just me, and I just don't like Lolita stuff too much. but I am curious to know what you think about it. That is all I have for now, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye bye!